So, the Chinese have dragons, the Greeks have cyclops, the Nords have selkies, and in France we have this piece of shit. Now, you might think this is just some goat, but it's not. If you look closely, you might remark some little detail. Yup, it has shorter legs on one side. And believe me, it is not just because the person who drew this had no idea how perspective works. It is not so uncommon for animals to have two short limbs and two longer ones, like kangaroos or a brachiosaurus. Fuck the copyright, fuck the copyright. This video is gonna get banned. But the Dahu did it differently. Today, I want to explain to all of you English-speaking people the fantastic French legendary animal that is the Dahu. And yes, I know most of you will not be able to pronounce its name. Now, I will try to illustrate the biology of the Dahu. And since I won a drawing contest in kindergarten, I am kind of an artist, and nobody understands my genius. So, you know this guy, right? Well, I'm not going to go into details, but he developed this minor and not important theory of evolution and all, but you probably never heard of it. But God created animals the way they are, and they never changed. I know it, it's written in the Bible. Yeah, the moon is flat. Stanley Kubrick filmed the first Everest climb by Homer Simpson for the French Canada propaganda. But let's not speak of the truth here. This video is about mythology. So this British Darwin guy said that species evolve to adapt to their environment. And so the Dahu is the perfect example of that. His legs are shorter on one side, so he can always stay horizontal while walking on the side of the mountain. You see, the Dahu always walks in circles around the mountain, with his short legs on the inside and the long legs on the outside. And so there are two main types of Dahus. The one who spins clockwise, and the other one who spins counterclockwise. But because I'm an idiot and I can't even pronounce their names, I just call them the Dahu and the Huda. Now, these different variants have a hard time interbreeding for obvious reasons. And imagine if they successfully did it. What would the result be? Dahu. Da. Da. Now, if you have not guessed it already, the Dahu is a joke animal. It was never believed to be real, except by idiots. History tells us that it seems to have been used as a way to initiate young hunters in some parts of France. People would drag young and naive hunters in the Dahu hunt, telling them to do stupid things while the others laugh. So, let me give you a top 3 Dahu hunting tactics. Number 3. The bag. The young hunter stays at the bottom of the mountain and waits while the experienced hunters go scare the Dahu at the top of the mountain to make it fall. Number 2. The pepper trap. You just spread pepper on a stone, and when the Dahu sniffs it, he sneezes and knocks himself out of the stone. And at number 1, the call me baby tactic. You just get behind the Dahu and calls him. He turns around and falls because his legs are too short. I'm sorry, but I'm really starting to think that most of us French people are brain damaged at this point. Now, This video is closing to its end, as I'm trying to keep this short, so I just end on a few facts. The Dahu is not exclusive to France. There are stories about it in French-speaking parts of the Iberic Peninsula and Switzerland. Another interesting thing about Dahu is that it has been represented in way different manners. Some are more like a goat, but others just look like some kind of rabbit, so it's very confusing. And one last thing I want to say is that the Dahu is still used as some kind of joke, and also on some brands they have this symbol of the Dahu, and this name is used still, so it's not completely obsolete. People still know about this story. That will be all from me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do not hesitate to like and subscribe if you did. It was very fun making it. Bye!